Hi everyone, Petrik here. I know this video is incredibly late, but late is practically the standard of my channel for this year. But before the end of this month, I want to talk about all the books that I acquired in the month of April. Yeah, not the one in the month of May, because I will be talking about those next month. But for today's video, I will be talking about all the books that I got last month. And as always, just a caveat, if you're not a fan of watching book haul videos, then you don't have to watch this, but this is for those of you who are interested in the books that I got last month. So yeah, let's begin, and let's start with the first one. This is something that I'm incredibly excited to share with all of you, because this is one of the most expensive books that I ever bought with my own money, and it is Jade City by Von Dali, the Subterranean Press edition, and yeah, with an illustration by Micah Epstein. And this is, I'm quite surprised by how big this hardcover is. I think it's about I think almost twice the size of a royal hardback. So yeah, it is very big. And yeah, this cover art is done by Micah Epstein, and all the illustrations inside as well. This cover art is depicting Lan in one of the scenes inside the book. If you have read the book, you will know what I'm talking about. And then this is the spine. Jade City, I don't know if you can actually see this, but there's actually some shine, like a jade shining here from the typography, and also from the jade in Lan's possession here. And then on the back, you can see, yeah, this, I don't know if you can see it here, but it's supposed to shine here as well. And yeah, it is written, "A man who wears the crown of a king cannot wear the jade of a warrior. Gold and jade never together." One of the most iconic lines inside the book. And the book, this edition, it contains this end paper of the Ghoul family. So it's basically similar idea to the one that I did for the Broken Binding, the art that I directed for Shahri's Look, featuring the Ghoul family before all the chaos happened. And then this is Ghoul Lan, Ghoul Shaolin's son, and this is Ghoul Hilo. So yeah, the Hilo here is bald, and that's not actually aligned to my vision of Hilo, because in my mind, Hilo always has a long hair, but well, this is the depiction that Subterranean Press and the artist went for this edition of Jade City. But that aside, all the illustrations inside, they are absolutely stunning. They are some of the best artwork that Jade City has ever received. Like this one, this is of Anden trying to, well, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, okay? But yeah, this is one of the scenes inside the book, and let me show you one more. This is my personal favorite interior illustrations inside the book, and this is of Shaolin's son and also Ait Mada. Absolutely breathtaking work from Micah Epstein. I think Micah is honestly one of the best character illustrator in the genre. Him and also Tommy Arnold and then John Anthony Di Giovanni. But I think above all, I think Micah and also Tommy are some of the best. Just like Martina Fachkova as well. But yeah, suffice to say, I'm really pleased with this acquisition. Yeah, it is expensive, but the Green Bone Saga is my favorite trilogy of all time. So, of course, I will end up buying this one, and of course the sequels as well for Jade War and also Jade Legacy. I am looking forward to getting my hands on them. And speaking of large hardcovers, the next one that I'm going to show you, well, this is an even bigger hardcover. So this one is The First Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, A Study in Scarlet. And yeah, but this is illustrated by Vincent Mallier. But yeah, this is a beautiful edition. I bought this one on Amazon, and look at this. This is even, as far as height goes, this is even taller compared to the Jade City that I showed you earlier. And then this is the end paper, and almost every page here. Let me try to open here. Almost every page contains these illustrations by the artist, The Science of Deduction. And yeah, everything is watercolor painting here, like this one. So yeah, you can see these little spots being put inside the book, and sometimes fully colored interior illustrations. And yeah, there are many illustrations inside this book, and I thought this isn't too expensive. I think I got this one for about $25 on Amazon. So yeah, I bought it. And this publisher also released a second book for the Gentleman Thief Arsène Lupin. And yeah, this one is illustrated by the same artist, Vincent Mali. And yeah, this is for Arsène Lupin by Maurice Leblanc. And yeah, again, similar situation, same style of Van papers, and everything, almost every page inside, they are illustrated. Hold on, let me try to open this. This is so hard. Like this one, this is the interior illustrations. It also comes with this ribbon bookmark. And yeah, everything is watercolor painted and it's gorgeous. I really love this edition. And I believe there is a third book as well. And it is not for the same series, it is for a different series, but yeah, same situations, same artist and same publisher giving the greatest treatment to this kind of stories. And yeah, I love that. So yeah, I got this one. And now let's talk about the next book that I got. Well, this is not a royal hardback. This is even smaller. I think this is a demi format probably, but this is for Musashi by Eiji Yoshikawa. If you are caught up with my SFF Spotlight episodes, then you might have watched one episode where I spotlighted this cover reveal. The new edition of Musashi by Eiji Yoshikawa. But the special thing about this edition, even though this is technically a standard hardback edition, well, this edition features a new cover art by, well, the one and only Takehiko Inoue. Yes, the mangaka behind Slam Dunk and also Real and Vagabond. Vagabond is actually a manga inspired from this novel. So yeah, I think that's, well, it's a full circle, and because of that, I ended up buying the hardcover of Musashi by Eiji Yoshikawa. Maybe one day I will end up reading this one because Vagabond is one of my favorite stories of all time. Not just manga, but one of my favorite stories of all time. And speaking of Vagabond, of course, the next one that I want to showcase is finally the first deluxe hardcovers of Vagabond by Takehiko Inoue. As I just talked about, this is an adaptation or, well, a manga of the novel Musashi by Eiji Yoshikawa, and it tells the story of Takezo or Miyamoto Musashi. I have read this manga so many times, and now I'm glad I can finally acquire a hardcover copy of this series. And this is the first omnibus. So this is 3 volumes, the first 3 volumes of Vagabond contained in one volume, in one deluxe hardcover. Basically similar to Berserk, but as far as design goes, I think this one actually tops over Berserk deluxe hardcover and probably even Vinland Saga deluxe hardcover as well. Look at this gold emboss, and also I believe every volume in this deluxe hardcover edition will come with this OB that can be taken off. And yeah, you can actually take this one off. So look at this. Ta-da! It's beautiful. And yeah, so I think every volumes will contain different OB with a different character. Like this one is Musashi, and then the second one is, of course, someone else, and then it goes on and on and on. There will be Sasaki Kojiro and many other characters. And yeah, I think I'm really happy with this edition because I believe Takehiko Inoue illustration and storytelling, it deserves to be witnessed in full format like this, in full hardcover format like this. Look at that. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning. And yeah, I will definitely be getting myself a copy of all the rest of the series as well. I own the series in paperback format, paperback manga format, but now it is my turn to finally own the hardcover format of Vagabond by Takehiko Inoue. Even though the series might never be completed, but I do think this is one of the greatest stories out there. And before I talk about all the special edition and also all the review copies that I got, I want to show one more one more manga set that I bought for myself. And it is something big. This is the 13 volumes of Tokyo Ghoul by Sui Ishida contained in one complete box set. And yeah, it is beautiful. As far as box set design goes, I do think that the fantasy and also the sci-fi genre in the Western market still has a lot to catch up on compared to manga. Their manga box set, honestly, their design, they're so gorgeous. And look at this, you can pick this up like a luggage, and when you open it, you can see all the entire volume at once. Let me try to see it. Ta-da! All 13 volumes in one box set. And yeah, it is beautiful, and I love Tokyo Ghoul. And with this box set, I already own Tokyo Ghoul box set, which is the sequel series to Tokyo Ghoul. So now I own the entire manga of Tokyo Ghoul by Sui Ishida, and I'm really happy about it. I want to say thank you so much to one of my patrons, Arlis. Without Arlis, all these books, I would have never been able to purchase them because, well, Arlis helped make my purchase easier because I sent books to her place first and then she sent them to me. So that's why I'm able to get so many books, why I'm able to buy so many books. And speaking of Arlis, she also sent me 2 books. On top of sending me all the books that I bought, she sent me a Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. I don't know anything about this book. I haven't read anything by T. Kingfisher yet, even though she's so prolific and so popular. And I hope this one will be a great one. And she also sent me a copy of the Goldsboro edition of Grave Empire by Richard Swan. And yeah, this is signed and also, I believe, numbered. Yeah, it is numbered as well. I think this is actually the 4th copy of Grave Empire that I own. I own the advanced reading copy, I own the standard hardback, I also own the broken binding edition, and now I own the hardback, the Goldsboro hardback edition. And again, I want to say thank you so much to Arlis for sending me a copy of it. And yeah, this cover art, even though it is very reminiscent of Empire of the Vampire by J. Christoph, I think it is a beautiful cover art done by Philip Harris. And now, because this is a special edition, let's talk about special edition that I got last month. The first one that I want to show here, this is for City of Jackals by Aman J. Bedi, the Inkstone edition. I have read Coffee 3 by Aman J. Bedi, and it is a great book. I had also the pleasure of actually attending one of the panels by Aman J. Bedi when he was together with Scott Lynch and also Joe Abercrombie at WorldCon last year. It was really fun, and also I look forward to reading the sequel. I think this is actually a duology, so this will conclude the duology after Coffee 3. And I want to say thank you so much to Inkstone for sending me a copy. This one comes signed and numbered, and also it has this spray edges and also a unique board, I think. And yeah, it is. Ta-da! So yeah, looking forward to reading this one. Coffee 3 was great. I hope the City of Jackals will be even better. I believe you can still acquire a copy of both Coffee 3 and also City of Jackals in Inkstone website. And now, moving on to the next one. This is for one whole series gifted to me by Illumicrate. This is for the Arc of a Sight series, the new Illumicrate edition, yeah, by Neil Shusterman. We're beginning with, let me see, Sight, Thunderhead, The Toll, and finally the collection of short stories, Gleaning. All of them features a new cover art by Tom Roberts. So let's go through them one by one. This is the first book, beautiful, and this is the spine, and this is the back, Thou Shalt Kill. And yeah, everything comes with this spray edges and new end papers. Beautiful work. Ta-da! Again, thank you so much to Illumicrate for sending me all these books. I have wanted to read Arc of a Sight for quite a while now, and I know this one is marked as YA, but I'm still looking forward to reading this series, and I'm really grateful. So, and everything is signed by the author as well. And then this is the second book, Thunderhead, which I think many consider to be the best of the series. And this is the spine, the back, and of course, the end papers. Again, the edges by Tom Robert as well. And the end papers, they are done by Anthony Foti. And also, I forgot to mention, they come with this beautiful board as well. Ta-da! Look at the foiling and the design. It's beautiful. Well done to Illumicrate. I think Illumicrate has been really good, especially this year, with their selections and also their designs. Especially if you have seen their edition of Raven Scholar and also A Song of Legends Lost. It's gorgeous. And then this is the third and the final book in the trilogy. Spine, back cover, and also end paper. And then this is the board design. It's beautiful, really. And yeah, this is the edges. I heard a bit of a mixed things about the tall, but well, I will read and find out for myself. And finally, we have the collection of short stories, Gleanings. Again, Tom Robert did an excellent job with this new cover art and also edges. And I really like it. I hope the book will be as good as the design. And yeah, this is the end paper. And finally, the back and paper. And yeah, this is the board, backboard. And let me show you the front board. Ta-da! Beautiful. And again, I just want to say thank you so much once again to Illumicrate for sending me a review copy of this book. So I look forward to reading them, and I hope I will enjoy them as much as many people did. And now moving on to the last 4 special editions that I got last month. Well, they are from the Broken Binding. The first one is For a Palace Near Ruin by Ai, and I think this one is actually a novella. And yeah, this is really short. It is actually a short novel. It's 180 pages long. And this is signed by the author as well. I heard a lot of great things about Ai Chang's work, and I hope this one will be a good start to her collection of stories. And then I got the CD and the CD by China Mieville. Again, this is signed, and I haven't read anything by China Mieville yet, even though I have mentioned so many times that I wanted to read Perdido Street Station. But I think this one is actually a one-off standalone novel, so who knows, maybe I will end up reading this one first, but I don't think so. Maybe from my perspective, I have really wanted to read Perdido Street Station for quite a while now. And speaking of books that I want to read, and I think for this one, I definitely will read it within this year. This is for one of my most anticipated book of the year, A Drop of Corruption by Robert Jackson Bennett. And yes, this is the second book in the Shadow of the Leviathan series, the sequel to The Tainted Cup, the incredible murder mystery blending with fantasy novel. And yeah, I really look forward to reading this one. I'm a big fan of Robert Jackson Bennett's books, the Divine series, the Founder trilogy, and then The Tainted Cup. And I have no doubt that A Drop of Corruption will be another incredible book that blends multiple genre into one by Robert Jackson Bennett. And this cover is again done by Tom Robert, the same artist who just did the cover to Arc of a Sight series by Neil Shusterman, Illumicrate edition, who also did, I think, the Raven Scholar Illumicrate edition as well. And yeah, you can probably tell that Tom Roberts is a prolific artist, and I look forward to working with him one day. But that is the edges. It is signed by Robert Jackson Bennett, and this is the board. And yeah, beautiful. I actually like this color scheme more than the standard color scheme, which is, I think, yellow. Yeah, I like the red more. And finally, the last Broken Binding edition I got is a book that I actually art directed, and this is for Labyrinth's Heart by M.A. Carrick, the third and the final book in the Rook and Rose trilogy, featuring cover art by Patricia Gutierrez, and also typography and also board art by Rachel St. Clair, and also edges actually. So yeah, this is the board, this is the edges, and it features front and paper by Irina Nordsol, interior artwork by Jessica Chen, and of course back and paper by Huang Lup. Ta-da! So yeah, I'm really proud of how this edition turns out. It's not a really easy series to work on, but I'm happy with the result, and it seems like the fans of the series are really thrilled with this edition, and that's all I want. And the authors are really happy with this edition as well, and of course I'm happy too. So yeah, that's all the special editions that I got, and now let's move on to some review copies, which is the final section of today's video. The first one, I got this book, the final book in the new series by Matthew Ward. I think the Soulfire Saga, The Light That Binds Them. And this one is sent to me by Orbit Books. I have only read the first, I think, debut novel by Matthew Ward, which is Legacy of Ash, and I enjoyed that quite a lot. I haven't read anything else by Matthew Ward though. Hopefully I can get around to more of his books soon, because Legacy of Ash was actually quite good, and I believe that one is quite underrated, especially compared to a lot of books being published. I really enjoyed that epic fantasy novel. And I also got this, The Lost Reliquary by Lindsay Ellie. This one is sent to me. This is an unsolicited copy sent to me by Saga Press, and this is an upcoming epic fantasy debut novel. And yeah, looking forward to reading this one. When I saw this, I really thought of Darrow from the Red Rising saga because it is it looks like a sling blade, and the premise actually sounds quite good. Lystrata loves her goddess, Lystrata hates her goddess, Lystrata will murder her goddess. And you can read the full blurb on Goodreads, but yeah, it is quite an interesting premise. Looking forward to reading this one eventually. And then the remaining books in this video, they are all self-published books. And for the first one, this is a book that I have praised so many times on my channel. This is Illborn by Daniel T. Jackson. This is the new paperback edition with the new cover art. And also, it will match the new cover art of the second and also the third book in the series, Gatebound. I haven't read Gatebound yet, but I have a lot of great times reading Illborn and also the second book in the series, I Dual Sin. It is one of those series where it felt so compelling and you just want to read more and more. If you love character-driven story where you cannot put the book down, well, I cannot recommend this series highly enough. It is an incredible series and I look forward to reading Gatebound as soon as possible. And well, one of the things that I love most about this edition, I may be biased about this, but well, my name is featured on the back cover together with Johan from Library of a Viking. So yeah, that's really cool. And the second book that I got, the second self-published fantasy book that I got last month, it is The Rise of the West by Gregory Kantasis, which is the third book in the Dance of Light series, a Greek-inspired epic fantasy series. I had the pleasure of meeting Gregory at WorldCon as well, and I haven't read any of his books yet, but I want to say thank you so much to Gregory for sending me a copy of The Rise of the West and all of your books, really. But if you want to read a Greek-inspired epic fantasy series, check out Gregory Kantasis' novels. And finally, the last but not least books that I want to showcase on today's video, these are books sent to me by Josh Erikson. All 6 books by Josh Erikson. And yeah, I have actually read the first 3 books in the Ethereal Earth series by Josh Erikson. And let me tell you, if you love urban fantasy, and I think you really have to give this series a try. Hero Forge, I gave this one a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And then the second book, Fate Lash, I gave this one I think a 4 or maybe even a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It is a huge upgrade compared to Hero Forge. And finally, this is the third book in the series, which concludes the first arc in the Ethereal Earth series, Blightmark. And yeah, you can see this is a Kraken. And yeah, it is a great book. I'm still quite surprised that not too many people have read this urban fantasy series yet. And yeah, if you love Dresden Files, you love maybe Alex Verus, because that one has been akin to Dresden Files many times, well, you do have to try reading this one. I can recommend this. Just be patient with the first book. And I haven't read the fourth book in the series though. This is Dawn Race, the biggest book in the series, and I haven't read this one yet. And this is Short Change, a collection of short stories in the Ethereal Earth series. So yeah, that's 5 books by Josh Erikson. And finally, we have this book, Evoker, which is the newest book by Josh Erikson. But this doesn't take place in the Ethereal Earth series. I think this one is more rooted in the sci-fi genre. But yeah, although I haven't read this one yet, Josh Erikson is a great person, and also I really enjoyed the first 3 books in the Ethereal Earth series, and I recommend them very, very much. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's almost 30 books, especially if you count the 13 volumes of manga in Tokyo Ghoul. But that's a lot of books. And again, thank you so much to all publishers, to all self-published fantasy authors who keep on sending me books, and also to my friend, of course, who keep on sending me books to read and review. I don't actually know how long, probably more than a decade it will require for me to catch up to all of them, but I'm always happy to be given so many options to read and review, even though right now I'm in a bit of a slump, as you all probably know. But that, I think I can overcome, hopefully soon. Again, I want to say thank you so much to all of you who keep on tuning to my videos, and do tell me what do you think about the books that I got in today's video. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support. Bye bye. Lastly, I want to say thank you so much once again to all my patrons who keep on supporting me.